Hello and welcome back to Divine Feline Tarot. As usual, I always have to put out a disclaimer, or not a disclaimer, but a reminder to always use your own discernment when it comes to tarot readings or any divination online. The messages shouldn't be confusing or hard to apply to your situation if they are for you. It should serve more as a confirmation, but okay. I'm not going to take too long to get into it. I have quite a few different decks here today. I'm not sure if I will use all of them, but most importantly, we have our trusty cat tarot for clarification if need be. All right. I'm actually going to take a breath. I will only communicate with beings of love, here for our highest good and the highest good of all involved. I wanted to try something new. Sitting in the sunlight or the natural light wasn't quite as bright as I needed it to be, though. That one fell out kind of oddly, but we'll look at it. Okay, yeah. Dream the world into being. Dream the world into being. That seems very fitting. For I feel the stage probably a lot of people are in, but I can definitely resonate. Spirit has your back. One more. That looks like two. Ooh, ooh. Okay. Okay. So we have reclaim your power. And now is a lucky time. Bottom of the deck, trust the great mystery. I didn't show you when this card fell out, the dream the world into being. The bottom of the deck, it was, what was it? It was life is a mystery, but I don't remember the animal. I'm gonna see if I could find it, but I didn't say it and I didn't show it, but it definitely caught my eye. And again, now I wish I had. Oh geez. Well, I guess. Oh, okay, Bobcat, and it's an 8. So we had the 38, dream the world into being, and then 8. So with the now is a lucky time also coming out in the 8s, and 44, 8. It's giving me again abundance. Okay. I'm just gonna say what's coming up. Again, it's up to you to use your own discernment. But I feel like a lot of the collective that I'm reading for, they have a vision of not only how they want their life to be, but something that they want to bring into being, you know, whether that be within the sectors of art or something, a project, I want to say. And you're meant to do this, you know, like people don't have these urges for nothing. And that is really the core, you know, that is the core. We have these passions, these dreams for a reason. And we will be aided in their undertaking as long as we do take steps towards it, you know. Reclaim your power. Reclaim your power. A lot of us, you know, a lot of people on the journey of trying to bring something that has been a dream within them to life, you sort of have to also battle, I don't want to say battle, but that's the word that's coming up, battle the external expectations, external expectations of what you're, you know, what you're supposed to do. Oh, there's a better way to say that. Essentially doing what is expected of you, because this is how life works, right? You do this, you go to college, you do this, you get married, you have 3 kids, and you buy a house, and then da 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 da. You know, like this is how life works, you know? And this is breaking, again, these boundaries, but this is what we need in this world. This is really what we need. We need people to start standing in their power, to start standing in their power and showing that, hey, no, this isn't how life is supposed to work. If that's the life you want, then that's the life you can have. But we as individuals can choose our path, you know? We have the power to choose and forge our own path. And again, I must say, you're not alone in this, you know? Just because you may not have the external approval of your direction from maybe peers or familial, etc., you're not alone in this undertaking. And again, as you move in the direction, as you venture into this path and bring what you're dreaming into being, it says dream the world into being, but I'm seeing like a grounding. Yes, even with the reds, with the reds and the greens, like this color scheme, it's giving me earth. Yes, this is an eagle, but I'm just feeling this grounding. Like you're something from, you can call it the heavens, whatever, the ethereal, whatever, from above, within, it's being grounded. It's becoming real. It's becoming real. And yeah, all you have to do is keep going. All you have to do is keep going. You just have to start. And I think that's where, I don't feel like I should go on this tangent, but I sort of just want to, a lot of people get stuck there. A lot of people can get stuck there in the, well, what if it doesn't turn out? If you're on the path and you keep going, you're going to get there. Like, period. Even if there's an obstacle and it's set there to be a redirect, you're going to get to where you're supposed to be. It may not turn out how you exactly envisioned or dreamed it to be, but it's going to be what is best in terms of, again, your highest, greatest good. Spirit has, again, that alternate perspective. a higher perspective of what will really fulfill you. A lot of the times, the things that we think that we want aren't really what we want, but we don't really always realize that until we get there and it's too late. And I'm not saying too late, but we get there and we realize that it's not actually what we wanted, But spirit is also, again, with the aid of spirit, with the aid of whatever you call it, God, the universe, magic, whatever, you're gonna get to where you're meant to be, to where you will feel most fulfilled. Wow, I've only pulled 4 cards. Trust the great mystery. Life is a mystery. Oh my gosh. So this is at the bottom of the deck, right? The whale, a sea creature. Trust the great mystery. And under that, bring your ideas to life. Another sea creature. They're diving. They're even in the same position. It's a dive, but again, it's a bringing down. This whale actually looks like it has like this universal pattern. Like I'm seeing the universe in this whale. You have the power of the universe. We all do, we all do. But it's usually a matter of believing that we do, believing that we have the power, believing that we can undertake. All right. Work your light, and then I'll do the fairies because they're whispering over there. They're calling me. All right. Bottom of the deck. I haven't shuffled, but bottom of the deck. Just say yes. Just say it. Oh, okay. I suppose. Wow! Blah, 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 blah. Creating heaven on earth. It's happening. I feel like that doesn't even need further explanation. You're bringing something into being. It's already happening. This is the time. This is the time. Unbound, releasing soul patterns, contracts, past lives. Reclaiming your power. Under reclaiming your power. Align your life. What is not aligned or needs to change? Reclaiming your power. I feel like these both fall into a reclaiming of self, of your power, of the... okay. Yes. Warrior woman, have you answered your deepest calling? Have you answered your deepest calling? I feel like these are just sort of speaking for themselves. Mirror, who or what is triggering you? Ooh. There's something that came to mind. Perhaps I will go into that afterwards. Protection. Call back your power, cut the cords, soul retrieval. Okay, yeah, so I'm getting definitely an image, a message of this severing. I don't want to say separation, but at least a severing of the external opinions, the external external opinions. I don't know if there's another word. I'm sure there is. Yeah, the who or what is triggering you. Not everybody is gonna support you going after what you know your deepest calling, again, because they haven't honored that within themselves. It's very hard to support someone in that if they haven't honored it themselves. And I'm not saying that it's not possible, but like, that's usually why people aren't, supportive and yeah, do it, or what, you believe in yourself. I don't know, but there's something like that where you don't need to be taking guidance from anybody else. I'm just gonna keep it at that. You don't need to be taking guidance from anybody else, not even me. If this isn't, really. Again, this should only serve as confirmation. But yeah, in terms of the direction of your life, in terms of the direction where you're going, you can trust yourself. You can trust what you're feeling. You can trust your own judgment. Yeah, I mean, it just seems like it's speaking for themselves. The cards, now is the time. Like, now is the time, more than ever. I'm feeling like so many people are getting the courage, reclaiming their power, and putting themselves out there in whatever way that they see. This is the time, this is the time to be alive, really. We have the technology. We have the technology to reach across worlds, literally across the world. But you get what I mean, like, this is the time. This is the time. This is the time. Maybe you've held back for a while. I can relate to that, But this is the time. And it's not a now or never, but that came to my head. You can only resist for so long, I really don't want to say that. You can only resist for so long until it's buried too deep. And I don't want to say that, I really don't. I want to believe that it's never too late, type of thing. But aside from that, we're just going to focus on the, okay. Yeah, I don't want to say that. If we just focus on now, and yeah, okay, if you think about the future and think about, if you never did this, could you really live with that? And I think that's the core, Could you really live with never taking the chance, never trying, never giving it your all, Could you really live with yourself? We have so many examples already of people who never gave themselves the chance to prove themselves wrong, to prove everybody. And it's not about proving anybody else wrong or even proving yourself wrong. It's just, you have the calling for a reason. It's an honoring of yourself. Oh my gosh, that's crazy. I didn't even read these cards yet. And then the first thing I see is believe in yourself. Sorry. That's crazy though. That's insane. But believe in yourself. All right. Sorry for the abrupt cut. My alarm went off, and yeah. Anywhom. Queen of Wands. Believe in yourself. Wonderful people want to help you. And again, that's what I was saying with you're not gonna be alone. When you're on this path and you commit to being on the path and you commit to keep going, you're gonna find those like-minded people. It's just how it works, you know? But you have to take the leap. You have to keep going. And in this card, when I was talking about, again, the other people, it reminds me, she has these like this pink ray around her. And it reminds me of attracting. Again, it's like a magnetic force. When you say, I'm going to do this, it pulls in everything that you need, the people that you need, everything, you know, it like, I feel like this gesture is exactly like the feeling that I'm getting intuitively. Like it's like magnets. It's magnetic. Okay. And then we have life experience, which I don't know. Okay, it's 16. 15 is the devil card. I'm not sure if this is the tower in the original tarot, but I believe so. It might be. But this is the most peaceful ass tower card I think I've ever seen. If it is the tower card, I might be incorrectly labeling it. But anyways, yeah. You have little lambs in the grass, butterflies all around, transformation, and again, they're not alone. They have each other, and that's something that's always stood out to me when I, specifically in this deck, looking at this card. They have someone. They're not going through this journey alone. They're traveling towards that tower, but they're not doing it alone. Okay, I do want to read what's on. The first thing says, let go of belief systems that no longer work for you. An important life-changing event, a situation that leads to significant opportunities. Under dream the world into being and mirror. And I don't know if I'm, okay, again, take what resonates. I'm just going to say it. I'm getting a lot of familial. Like looking at this, who is triggering you? It's the who that's who. It's the who that's calling out to me. And I'm getting familial vibes. And then with this, with the familial, I'm getting ancestor. And I'm not saying that it's the ancestors who are triggering you. I'm saying there's ancestors who are also on your side, who are with you. Seeing you is what came to my head. And you are being protected by them. This path is being protected by them. In whatever sense, you're not going to be alone, and you aren't alone. You aren't alone right now. You may not have the physical people here yet, but they, in a sense, they are here. In a sense, they are here. And I know it can get annoying with the people, you know, oh, past, present, and future is all happening right now. Like, okay, even sometimes that's hard for me to wrap my head around. But I get it, you know? It is here. Again, okay, dream the world into being. There is the, okay, yes. It may not be in the physical. It may be in the metaphysical, but it's here, and that's what counts. It's here, and it's grounding. You have to begin somewhere. You know, a seed has to begin somewhere. A lot of the times we're only seeing the aftermath, the tree, the giant tree that spawned from that seed. But that seed you have to have an origin. You know, that's just how Earth works. Things have to have an origin, you know? And maybe, I don't know, maybe things do just spawn into existence sometimes. I don't know. I've never experienced that. But for the majority of people, the majority of the times, you need an origin. Things need an origin. You know, you're not just born a fully adult. You're not just born a full adult, you know? There's a starting point. But the start is everything. If there was no seed, there would be no tree. You have to start. There has to be a beginning. And I feel like this is the origin. This is the origin story. This is the once upon a time and blah, 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 and the, you know. But the book is there already. The book is in your hands. Does that make sense? You open up a book and it's all there. You haven't gotten to the end yet, but it's there. And I'm not saying that everything that happens again in life is going to unfold in this specific pattern, you know, as written in a book, but it could, you know. I think I'm getting off topic. But maybe, and let's just entertain this idea. You don't have to, but let's just entertain it. Maybe it is written for you to be successful, you know? And I don't even want to say maybe. I feel like it just is. It is. There is the book where everything that you've ever dreamed is here. Beyond things that you haven't even dreamed, things beyond your wildest dreams exist. All you have to do is believe and choose that book. Don't choose the book that other people are trying to give you. Don't choose the story that people are trying to apply to your life. Don't let them apply their story of how your book, you know, don't let them give you the book that they want to be your story, essentially. Don't let them give you the book that they want to be your story. You choose your story. You choose your story. Wow. Bro, sorry. I'm just very blown away by this message and how it came out. Wow. Okay. Yeah, I mean, I could pull more cards, but I don't really feel the need to. I really don't feel the need to. This just feels so nice, though. It feels very empowering. It feels very reassuring. I like this, you know. Seems very hopeful. And it fills my spirit, you know, just as much as I'm hoping that it connects and resonates and fills yours. Whoa. Okay. Yep. I'm glad I didn't end it. So, I didn't look at the bottom of the deck of the fairy thing. That seems to be a common thing today. Okay. Sorry. Segue. On the thing of not looking, maybe there's something that's eluding your vision. I just wanted to add that. Maybe, again, a possibility that is eluding your vision. Okay. I was looking at this card. This is the card at the bottom of the deck, but I pulled out the 3, so I'm gonna trust that there's something here in all 3 of them. Anywho, Queen of Swords. Let go of people and things that no longer serve you. Now is the time to focus on your career. Oh my gosh. Bro. Align your life. What is not aligned or needs to change. Let go of people or things that no longer serve you. Cut the cords. Call back your power. Releasing soul patterns. All of this letting go of what no longer serves. What is focus on your career. There's something here that you're trying to bring into being, and this is the time to do it. It's time to start. And you know, it's not going to be, Rome wasn't built in a day, people say all the time. No, it wasn't. Again, you start as a seed. But the seed, I feel like the seed has already, okay, I'm not going to say the seed has already been planted. You know where you are. You know where you are in your journey. Okay? You know if the seed is planted or not. You know if it's sprouting or not. 3 of Autumn. Follow your passion when it comes to your career. Be the best at what you do. Being compensated for your creative talents. I felt strongly that it's a creative endeavor, and that can be in many sectors. There's so many sectors of art. There's so many ways to be creative. You know? You're probably doing multiple things. I don't know. Princess of Autumns, which is the Page of Pentacles. Happy news about your career. Promotion or scholarships. A well thought out plan goes perfectly. Needing a little push to get going. Needing a little push to get going. I'm assuming that's what this message is. Like, and I feel like this was more than just a little push. This was like a gust of wind, but it's a loving gust of wind, and it's not like that tough love type of thing, you know? Like, it's really, it doesn't feel like tough love kind of thing, because I feel like you're already on the edge of grasping it, you know? You just I'm getting way too excited about this, but I am excited. This is what the world needs. Whatever it is you're trying to do. There are people that need you, people that are waiting for you to hear or read or see whatever you're wanting to birth, whatever is waiting. You know, this adds to the vibration of Earth. Wow. Wow. Guess what's under this card? Sorry. Guess what's under this card? Keepers of the Earth. You are not alone. Ancient ancestors stand beside you. And guess what's under that card? Birthing a new age. Birthing new creations, dreaming a new world into being. Dream the world into being. And guess what's under that card? Answer the call. Have you answered your deepest calling? Answer the freaking call. Answer the call. Answer the call, man. Answer the call. This is crazy. Yeah. Spirit is amazing. You are amazing. This world, this life, creation is amazing. Let's do this. Let's do it, you know? Truly, let's do this together. Yeah. Let's do this, man. Let's do it. All right, I'm gonna leave it there. As always, I hope you took something from this. I really, really hope this was the little push, gust of wind, wave, whatever that you needed to reassure you to get going. You got it. I got it. We got it. Everybody's got it. You're doing it. It's happening. It's happening. All right. Okay. I really don't want to leave because I like this so much, but I'm gonna cut it off here. All right. I love you so, so much. I really, really do. Really. Thank you for existing, and I hope to see you in the next one.